is easy, as we know. I've been working in search marketing for over 10 years, which is a very long time. And I've started, my main experience is agency side. So I've worked in some very great agencies across UK, in Birmingham and England, and London, sorry. And I had a brief experience as a marketing manager for a fitness brand. So I think that gives me like a quite unique experience of agency work and then in-brand, in-house work, which I can then relate back to my clients, which is great. And yeah, a part of client work and running my own agency at the moment, I do quite a lot of speaking at conferences, attending conferences as well, to make sure I stay on top of the industry news and trends, and on top of everything really. Marketing and psychology have got this unique connection, and because when we marketing things, when you advertise things, we obviously advertise whatever it is. We advertise it to people, to our potential clients, right? We want to get them interested in it, and having some background in psychology. So my background is a conversion master's degree in psychology. So I never worked in psychology, but I studied it. And I think it gives me this kind of like unique advantage of understanding people's behavior and understanding customer behavior a bit better as well. Because I studied customer behavior on a marketing degree as well, and then I've studied psychology. So it gives me like this unique understanding and kind of approach, if you like, to maybe showcase my products or services better, in a better way, to my potential clients or to my clients' potential clients. And as for gaming as well, you know, I think even more, especially because it's highly competitive market, we need this unique kind of, almost like unique selling point. And what is different, you know, what is different about us? What is different, what is better about this casino to our competition, for example? So again, understanding customer behavior and their intent and what they want to, let's say, achieve by engaging with my clients. That knowledge of psychology gives me this kind of like unique advantage of showing it to them just a bit better in the way that I will like it, understand it, and understand the advantage they can get from my client versus the competition. So I think that probably the most commonly used and the most well-known is probably ChatGPT at the moment. And as far as I know from my experience, people tend to use it for content creation most. And it actually has a lot more very interesting SEO applications. So I tend to use it for internal linking, for example, and it proved invaluable for me for the internal linking, because sometimes you've got, especially if you have to pretty much start internal linking from scratch, because not everyone does it constantly. So sometimes you get a client where you have to start it from scratch, and you almost like don't know how to, because you need these ideas, like how do I link these articles in order to make sense to the readers, right? Because we're not doing it just for the sake of doing it, but it has to make sense to our readers, and it has to give them value as well. So ChatGPT, for example, for me was really good help with getting me these ideas, and you can connect this like that, or you can interlink this in that way, and it's gonna prove valuable to the readers. So that's for one. And as for content, I think, so we know people use it for content creation. We know that it shouldn't be used without human supervision. I think that's already established kind of in the industry. And we know it can end up really badly if we just let it run, like just write me a piece on XYZ and just, leave it be and just copy and paste. We don't want to do that. That usually doesn't work. And even if it does for a moment, then I think we've seen in March, after the recent update, that it can really stop working very fast, like from day to day. But a part of content creation, ChatGPT can really help with like shaping your content and shaping your ideas. So it can help you to research how to approach your audience, and almost in what way you can put your thought on paper, let's say, in order to get to your audience and to make them understand what you're trying to say, what sort of tone of voice. That kind of research, it can be very helpful, and it can reduce the time that you would have to do it yourself, because it gives you the information, and then you can pick the information and dig a bit deeper on whatever you think it's gonna be valuable. And the third, I think, that comes to all of the AI tools, I think the data analysis part is not utilized enough, because again, it can really help you with analyzing big chunks of data, which you would have to spend a lot of time to go through yourself, and then it can give you like the condensed, let's say, version, if you like, which you can again analyze yourself and apply to your strategy and your clients or your brand. We know it's kind of different, that iGaming is a bit different from especially the off-page perspective, because it's a lot harder to secure the good quality links. But from my experience, from like the on-page perspective, and even for the links and the PR, honestly, it wasn't that different to my other clients. So we always made sure that content that we produce really gives value to the users. And so we start from a research of the pain points and what people want to read about. We don't just mass produce articles on whatever. We really make sure that we produce something that people will want to read and that will be valuable for them. And this really helped my previous clients in the industry to kind of get this. Even like the smaller businesses that been just starting out. It really gave this advantage of crawling up the rankings quicker than if we just threw whatever into the blogs and into the content. I mean, as for bounce rate, I don't think that's the one that we should be talking about when it comes to engagement specifically, because what bounce rate tells us is that either someone completely didn't find what they were looking for and just bounced back, or found it straight away. So there's not that much of an engagement in there. I think there's many more metrics that you could look at. So when it comes to Google Analytics, I would say the engaged sessions metric on GA4, or like time on the page. But you have to be quite understanding of obviously what do you want people to do and achieve on the given page. Because I'll give you an example. If they're supposed to find the information very quickly and they're spending tons of time on the page, that's probably not what we want, because the goal was for them to find the information very quickly. But it can give you an indication of if the page is achieving what you wanted to achieve. And there are also different tools that you could use. So recently we came across, well, not that recently, it was in March, but when we were attending PubCon, we came across quite a new tool, Microsoft Clarity. And that one, it's something similar to Google Analytics, but I would say it's a lot more. So you can install it on your website, almost like Google Analytics, and then it gives you a lot of information about the customer behavior on the website. So if people are dropping out, for example, they've got a metric called rage clicks. So when you're clicking on something constantly and it just doesn't work. And then they're also supported by AI. So AI kind of does a bit of an analysis for you and gives you those ready chunks that you can then analyze further and see how people are behaving, if there are any issues that stand out on the specific pages or in specific places on the pages, and then you can work on this and you can fix it really and make it better for your users. I'm looking forward to everything, to be honest. So I'm definitely looking forward to some networking with my industry professionals and then gaming industry professionals as well, learning some new tips and tricks, but also some new trends or regulations that are around, because obviously we know that in iGaming this is something very important that we have to pay attention to. So definitely that. I haven't been in Munich for ages, and actually I don't want to lie, but I think Munich was my first professional abroad trip, and that was a very long time ago. So that's going to be a nice kind of trip down the memory lane to see the city, and because I haven't been since. So to see the city and to remind myself its vibes. And what attendees can get from the panel and from the whole conference, I think a lot of valuable information. I know there's going to be a lot of very great experts and professionals on the conference. So I really expect, and I'm sure the panels are going to be, and the talks are going to be very interesting, and we can all get a lot of valuable information that we can then go back and use for our clients or our own brands. So definitely it's something that I don't think anyone working in the industry wants to miss.